Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another glorious Dawnless Days battle for you here today. And we have the men of Gondor here preparing for battle, forming shield walls, spears are ready, and they are ready to repulse the orcs here at the Dead Marshes, as we sort of, I guess, have a sort of a battle of the Dead Marshes battle for you here. Now, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I do think this should be a really, really fun battle. We do have, Gondor here. We do also have the Elves of Lothlorien. I was going to say the Wooden Realm. It's not. It's the other Wood Elves, the Galadrim ones. So yes, we do have them here, and they are ready to go. And I'm pretty sure, actually, in Lord of the Rings lore, the Wood Elves, certainly the Wooden Realm, are at the Battle of the Dead Marshes, because Orifer, who is Thranduil's father, I'm pretty sure he falls at the Battle of the Dead Marshes, leading his elves basically in a suicide charge on their own, without any support from the Númenóreans or from the other elves, the High Elves. So yeah, kind of a bit of a battle of the Dead Marshes sort of vibe going on here. But yeah, we do have two Mordor armies in play against a Gondor and a Wooden Realm. It looks like the force is good. They are digging in. And it does look like the Mordor players will be playing on the attack here. I mean, interesting to see that. I mean, Gondor's got all his cavalry sort of stacked to the back. Don't know really what he's planning to do with that. But yeah, it's not really a cav battle, to be honest. I mean, you can use cav absolutely, but like in the situation of digging in, you're not really going to get much use out of it. Lothlorien bringing just a couple of outriders is probably a good idea. Their strength is obviously not their cavalry; it's their bows and their strength, and probably their shock. Their shock and their bows are kind of where they're strong. I mean, they got some good spears as well, but spears aren't necessarily going to win you the day, is for sure. But yeah, it looks like it's still sort of building up to this battle. Looks like Mordor is still not really in position. He's setting Mordor orc warriors around the flanks of Uruk Throng, Morgul orcs. Actually, we've got every variant of the swords here for Mordor going around the flank. It's just one of every type. Sitting around and see which one ends up being victorious. Over on this side here, looks like may potentially have a cav fight. For some reason, Lothlorien is being super aggressive against these wargs, trying to scare them off. I mean, the Mordor player is trying to bait him out. But yeah, don't really need to just charge out. I mean, he's doing the right thing by keeping his cav, I think, out in the front to start with. You can always pull it back. I'd probably put my archers out on the front as well, just because you want to give them maximum range as possible. And yeah, having them behind, not necessarily going to get that. Gondor bringing in a lot of his, like, I would say, so like tier 3 troops. That's archers, bows, and swords. Yeah, you've got more Gondor spears back here. He actually brought cheaper sort of cav. We've got a Gondor cavalry and a Prince's Sergeant. He's kind of cheaped out on the cav as well as Gondor. He's not gone for, like, I presume it's 4 cav max. But I don't think Mordor either has really done that either, to be honest. They've got Servants of the Eye here, which can dismount, become infantry. This player over here has gone for 4 cavalry, if you include the wargs. But yeah, it looks like it's a decision. I mean, if you can fight in this sort of area, this huge area here, that's great. But it doesn't look like they'll be able to catch Lothlorien and force them into this area here, which is a shame. But yeah, if you want to see more Dawnless Days on the channel, more glorious battles, and do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment show your support. Really does help out the channel as these orcs slowly march forward here with their black Númenórean guards, the Teeth allies. I think we're just going to fast forward a little bit while nothing is particularly going on. This was sent in by a member of my Discord, one of the subs. Sent this one in, said it was a pretty fun one. And yeah, I was like, well, we haven't done a Dead Marshes battle in ages. So I was like, we definitely have to check out this one. I always do like, you know, sort of going over different maps. And it looks like we might be about to see something happen here. I think the Elves might, well, I thought they might go in, but they have changed their minds. They're just sitting there. But yeah, we've got no mods on this. It's actually just base mod Dawnless Days as well, which we haven't seen in ages either. I don't think it's just base mod Dawnless Days. It's always usually Warriors of Arderon and Last Breath and War of the Mountains. Those staple 3, and then sometimes some more after that. But yes, looks like Mordor is near enough ready. I mean, this army could definitely go in. The danger is that Mordor needs to go in at the same time. So that basically neither of the good factions can support each other by supplying reinforcements, because then they will just defeat Mordor in detail. They do have the numbers in Mordor. They have an extra 2,000 troops. They've got to make those count. Don't even think that's got anything to do with sort of bow rabble, at least certainly not in that army. Yeah, they've actually brought good archers, or like, you know, professional ones. They've not brought just rabble. Definitely another advantage the orcs have is pikes. And polearms. I don't see any sort of pikes or polearms at all for the forces of good. So they might be able to get a bit of an advantage, certainly in the pike and polearm sort of category. We'll have to see whether they can pull it off. Looks like we might be able to see a charge here from the Outriders. We are. I don't think they're slowing down. They're going in against spears. An interesting choice there from Lothlorien, but he does absolutely smash through the spear line. Look at that. And he gets into the archers, and that's absolutely fine. That is not a pull-through. He knocked the entire unit down, as we saw there. Actually massacred that unit. He really did. I also just realized the unit sizes are not their usual size, because yeah, it's 143 orc archers, which he has actually routed as well. I would probably count the next one maybe as a pull-through, potentially. He's absolutely pulling through these swords to try and get out of melee. That is kind of a little bit shameful there, and he's now going to go for this general here, this guards team. He's going to charge him head on. Surely not. If he does, he's going to get speared here. This is, yeah, not going to end well. That's, yeah. That was all. It started off well from the player. He then got a little overconfident and then just charged in. And yeah, all the Guard of the Teeth player had to do there was just stand his ground. And he's just absolutely munching through those Lorien Outriders. And the Servants of the Eye are going to be able to come in and just mop these guys up. If he stayed just carried on charging around, he would have done a lot more damage. We have seen as well the Cav go in over here. Lorien Outriders are going to get outclassed by the Warg Riders. Wargs counter Cavalry really easily. And yeah, they've taken minimal losses. I think most of those losses are from archer fire that's coming in. So there you go. First sort of flurry of action. Elves kind of, I'd say, partially wasting their cav. I think the Lorien Outriders at the end of the day, they're not expected to do loads, but they have like annihilated a spear unit there, which is, I'd say that's good work. That's killed 100 guys there, pretty much, along with the archers damage. Yeah, like one Lorien Outrider did very well, the other one not so well. And actually the Wargs are going straight in. They're not slowing down. I think they're going after the archers. I think that's what they were trying to do. Anyway, the Wargs are now in combat against some Neath infantry down here. Oh, no, it's not Neath infantry, it's Amroth Sentinels. It's the spears at the Neath infantry. But Amroth Sentinels, solid sword unit, in my opinion. They do really well. Shock, they can get in there and sort of counter these Wargs, they'll be okay. They are trying to get into melee against the archers. I don't think he's pulling through. I think it's just like the impact charge. They're going into the archers straight behind. And they're doing damage to them. These beasts of war here, the Wargs. Yeah, that Amroth Sentinel, to be fair, as well, also getting really beaten up. Yeah, nearly at half strength already. That is concerning. Looks like Mordor is going to make a charge across here soon. I would just, yeah, once they get into the water, or maybe get out of the other side of the water, counter charge with the Warriors of Losnark. They're hidden, actually, so you can't even see them. And they just think there's a free opening to get across as Mordor.
Men have given up and are running.
And I shouldn't have moved them. We should have counter-charged. Should have counter-charged. Yeah, Mordor's stopped now. If he carried on just marching across, he would have been absolutely fine. Mordor looks like has managed to just, is actually just sort of going down the line systematically, just shooting these Gondor archers. Doing a really good job here. Gondor doesn't look like he's doing the same. It definitely looks like he's kind of just been shooting at all of the archers just one by one, not really focusing on one. Bad, you just got to kind of, bad move, you just got to go for one and just kind of focus on one at a time and just take them out. Servants of the Eye now going in over here. A lot of cav just being committed early on here. I'd save the cav for later into this battle once, you know, it's maybe the front lines are broken up a little bit. And archers have committed forward here. Elves have dealt with one of the Uruk archers. And the Prince of Sergeants, instead of chasing these Uruk archers down, they're going in to deal with the Servants of the Eye. I think they should have gone for the archers or gone for the spear line again because that's moving forward.
It's an ambush.
Servants of the Eye over on this side here. Also, they definitely look like they're going to pull through. Yeah, they absolutely are pulling through. Horrendous pull throughs there from the Servants of the Eye. I don't know what the rule set is or what these players usually are used to doing, but yeah, you cannot pull through in Dawnless Days or just any total war like that. It's horrendous. That's why people set up front lines. The cav did knock over the full unit. The unit's got up. If he'd gone through the first one that we saw, great example because the unit had not got up. Absolutely fine to do. But if you've like stayed in melee long enough that the unit's got up and then you pull through, that's not okay. You had your chance. You wasted it. Yeah, Princess Sergeants in here kind of now got themselves wasted. They're going to be able to kill this Servants of the Eye probably. They themselves are going to get killed by the Uruk Spears. Look, immediately losing. He's going to try and pull them out through his lines. Absolutely fine to do that. He's just going to lose a lot of troops doing it.
They are trying to take out our general. Defend him.
His general's being shot. Gondor's general's being shot. I think it is Gondor's general. Where is Gondor's general? Oh, he's over here. Gondor's generals in a very important fight, actually. Since the eye here fighting Gondor Cavalry, and they're getting double team Knights of the Silver Swan helping. Actually, not even Imrahil. It's just Knights of the Silver Swan. Still no sort of offensive over here. They are outnumbered of the orcs, so I'm not surprised. A lot of spears being brought by the orcs in this battle as well. I mean, Gondor's done the same. They brought a lot of spears. But yeah, it's not going to necessarily break through. Mordor, actually, funny enough, has like a lot of good, like cost-effective shock infantry, in my opinion. And against this defense that they're facing here, that would have been perfect. Just like the pillagers and the marauders would have been great for that sort of stuff. The Servants of the Eye there, I think they absolutely were trying to pull through against these Twilight Guard, and they've done it to an extent. They have now died. But yeah, that's, you're not supposed to pull through. Like, if you can't get to something, that's fine. Find another way to kill it. You just got to accept that. You can't cheat. Yeah, look, already the battlefield's opening up. Now would be the time to use your cavalry rather than setting it in pointless melees. Because like these Galadrim Sword Warriors, they're in the front lines. They'd be great to charge. Getting charged now by Uruk Throng. I imagine this Throng unit's going to win its fight against the Galadrim Sword Warriors, but we will see. Archers are being activated. I think they're again trying to deal with the Uruk archers. I mean, you could just try and take out the pikes. They actually are going to be quite a concern for your side. I mean, especially with the Cav winning here, it could now go and do a whole lot of different operations, either over on this flank here, or go to support Gondor's sort of, you know, fight. They need to really push with these pole arms as Mordor. They need to get them into action. And they need to just get their army into action, to be honest, because Gondor has been able to help Lothlorien already, and he looks like he might go and do it again with the cavalry. They need to, you know, they're facing less of Gondor over on this side, and like it's a bigger army over there, bigger threat, basically is what I'm saying. Like Gondor's sending extra money on like units over here, so this actually Mordor plays at a disadvantage. But this one's got an advantage because Gondor is weakening himself by sending himself elsewhere. If you catch my drift, catch my drift. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day, and you know, not being had a too arduous Monday here in the UK. Oh gosh, it's very reedy here. Here in the UK, it's bank holiday. So for those of you, if you've been at work, unlucky, I know that most of you guys will be off school as well. Bank holiday and also half term. Those of you that are from the UK, I hope you have had a good day at work and at school, or whatever it is for you guys at the moment. Cav has gone in here. I think he has just gone round here. I didn't realize you could just kind of walk through some of this water, the shallow parts. It's absolutely pulled through that Uruk archer. It was actually kind of getting out of the way anyway, but he has absolutely pulled through to get to these Uruk archers over here, which, to be honest, they're not a great target. You want to go for the rear charges right now onto these orc pikes and things like that. You want to be taking those out. I mean, he's going to try and take out more and more of these archers, which is not bad. I mean, this one has a lot of ammo left. It's solely dead, though. There you go. Routes and sheer impact. They are getting focused down by the surviving Uruk archers. Looks like the pikes, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're that great, really, the Uruk pikes. They seem like they are dying very quickly. The Gondorian line's holding nicely at the moment. Yeah, Mordor's losing in most of these spots. They actually are fighting swords here with their spears. We're sure we're never going to win those fights. Over on this side, Gondor's kind of winning, kind of losing. Looks like they've actually withdrawn shock from this side to send it back to their own front, which they didn't really need to do, I don't think. They could have kept it there. Mordor still has one cavalry in the game, still has 8 Servants of the Eye. And Gondor, having, you know, done some damage to the Prince's Sergeants against the archers, uses them effectively against the pikes here. Gets a nice charge, should rout that pike unit. Yeah, there he goes, routing.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Wrong. I mean, Mordor's going to have to hope they can get like a general kill somewhere here. I mean, I don't think they're going to be getting the Heroes of Amon Lank anytime soon. He's winning a lot of these fights. Maybe get the Gondor one if they could somehow isolate him, if he ended up being super aggressive. Oh my gosh, the polearms are losing here. Orc Legion losing. Whether it's because they are going to the main fight, I don't know. Gondor has been broken through here, though. That is a problem. Gondor has been broken through. I mean, the Uruk bodyguard here should be engaging that spear infantry. That's a winning fight for them. And actually, we're seeing archers here break as are the Gondor sword infantry. They were winning that fight originally. They're now losing because fresh Uruk throng have gone in. And yeah, that's a little concerning. Guards of the Teeth, I don't know why they're bringing the Guards of the Teeth general, but they are. I was going to say, it's very easy to be shot at, which is little elves are using the remaining ammo to do just that. Keep poking away, Guards of the Teeth, poking away. It's Gondorian spearmint infantry, like, what's going on in our back? And they look around like, oh my gosh, the entire formation of Guards of the Teeth. They are kind of actually messing up those Gondorians, helping to, you know, open this gap in their line little by little. This flank is also looking very good for Mordor. They're winning against Warriors of Losnark, by far and away the worst shock in the game. The fresh Mordor Orc Warriors going in here is also helping turn this fight around against Gondor. Elves over here actually is super, super close, to be fair. Gondor's general is over here assisting as well. The general is starting to die here for Mordor, but he's going to put up a hell of a fight. The pikes are still alive. They've just got a lot of immobile units still left. Got Uruk bodyguards still. That's a very useful unit to have. But, like now, like Mordor, if he hadn't just thrown his cavalry and his wargs, I mean, they did some damage, granted, but like they could have done so much more now. A general has died. That is the Guard of the Teeth general. He's just died here. That is unfortunate. 29 of him left, but yeah, his army starting to capitulate and rout. Orc pikes breaking. And I imagine we're going to see that general charge in here, and he'll mess up the remaining units there. The elves will now be able to go over and support this fight over here, which Gondor is gradually losing. He decides to weaken his own front to support his ally, and it's slowly costing his front. He's held quite well for now. Yeah, Uruk Spears, they're suffering against that shock infantry. There you go, look at that. Uruk bodyguard descending onto the flank here, helping to rout those Warriors of Losnark. If they can rout this Gondor sword as well nice and quickly, there's a lot of orcs on that left side there that have been freed up. They can either go down the line or they can go and support this choke point over here. Looks like the Cav is going to get contained at the moment, which is good. The Servants of the Eye, if they can get a charge onto the Gondor Cav, they'll win that easy peasy. And they, oh no, Gondor did get a charge off. He saw it. He saw it late, but he got a charge. Servants of the Eye should still win. The tier 4 Cav in melee as well means the spear cav they're facing, but spear cav's just not as good as melee cav in melee, even though it is kind of their thing. Mordor has broken through here as well. This is about to just shatter those spears, giving in there. Gondor, I don't think he's lost his general. I think there's just like other routing units and army losses coming into it. Some of these units are just starting to crumble, give way. Gondor's done a lot better on this left flank. He's actually managed to outflank Gondor's swords here. I don't know how he's managed that. Maybe he's gone round the side when he's defeated the polearms. Archers being fed into the front lines as well. Elves already here, trying to hold back the enemy. There you go, the orcs are now mobilizing. It looks like they're going to maybe set up a line sort of just here of their own, and they're going to hope they can win this cav fight. I mean, the general is going in, and Servants of the Eye is still doing okay. If they can tie down the Knights of the Silver Swan, they can get a load of their swords and the spears in there and help win that fight, and that is a good opportunity there for them. Yeah, Gondor is kind of like holding on an outer layer. The elves are setting up a second line, but it does look like Gondor's kind of winning this left-hand flank, and they should be able to then rotate themselves. Mordor needs to kind of do the same as well, or a throng winning here, but if they can rotate round, the risk is obviously the elves are now here. Numbers-wise, still very, very close. 500 against 800 in favor of the orcs. A few units here, you know, returning. They've got to get these guys back into the fight. Even if they are going to rout once again, you're just going to distract. Sometimes you just need to distract enemy for half a second or half a minute. Half a second really wouldn't do anything. There you go. Yeah, the archers there, they're slowly dying. Yeah, that sort of, like I said, the Gondorian and Elven line sort of rotating and then circling the left-hand flank. Well, their left-hand flank, Mordor's right-hand flank.
Broken and are fleeing.
The general here has won, but it's kind of like, where does he go now? He can't really push on, but he's got to probably help some of these fights, try and turn a few of them around. Looks like infantry is returning as well from chasing the general. General is still actually being chased here. If Gondor can lose his general, it would be huge. You can see they're going to try and pull him back behind Elven lines. He is getting cut down though quite a bit here. My gosh, that's the risk of pulling in and out of combat. They can just go around, absolutely. I think it's very viable. They should also charge into this flank here, just deal with this Galadriel sword infantry. That's where they need to go. Don't charge the Heroes of Aman with the best spears in the game. But he's going to do that anyways, the Mordor player. Like I said, he could have just helped. I mean, they've done it anyway, but still need to help kill off those shock. I mean, look, Heroes of Aman are kind of suffering actually after getting charged there. General here is in melee. I think this is what they were trying to do, is try and get through to the general. He is wavering. I don't think he's dead, but he's very close to dying. And yeah, Gondor. I thought Gondor and Elves kind of had this wrapped up, to be honest. But yeah, this general, he's pulled out of that charge now. He might lose the cav here, Mike Mordor. The general is gone for Gondor. He is routed, so that could be huge. Leaderless now. Gondor might just capitulate at any point, and that would just leave the Elves, who are already horrendously damaged. There you go, the orcs been routed there by the elves, but Gondor's routed himself, again, fighting the general there. They should win that fight if they get a cav here, sense the eye. There's literally a few of them left. They need to charge in, try and get some kills on these Heroes of Aman, try and rout a few of them. Those spears re-rallied at the precise point, just a key moment, actually killing a couple of Seventh of the Eye, slowing their charge, might in fact rout the Seventh side. That could be huge. The rallying of that spear unit really could be. Uruk-thron routed there by the Elven general. And now it looks like some tiny little Gondorian spears are returning. They're coming to the fight.
Our men flee the field.
And actually, Gondor is encircling. Oh no, the Elves, sorry, are encircling this general here. Numbers-wise, what are we at now? 200 on either side, ever so slightly in favor of Mordor. Morgul orcs, they're still winning that fight, but they won't win it once there's Heroes of Aman are in there. It's these elite elf units that are just coming in clutch at the moment. Gondor, I think, could have capitulated, absolutely. He's literally got nothing left. Now his general's gone. His units are already battered from long, exhaustive fights.
From the enemy. This is shameful. We do what is necessary.
No, they're encircled. These guys just refuse to start losing to the guards of the teeth. I mean, I think they are potentially partly losing, but they are just also beating the Heroes of Aman in front of them. Yeah, that other smaller fight over here, easy dealt with. That was looking like they were going to win that one. Where the Elves. Yeah, look at it now. It's 150 against 110. Still not giving in. I guess because of numbers and how close they are. They're actually not you know, going to mass route. And they actually could mass route, you know, some of these heroes of Amalek. If they had like Warcry or something like that would be insane. I don't know what ability he's brought with these guards of the teeth, but he needs to use his general's like ability to try and Warcry and route some of these guys. It might honestly turn the fight around. 83 against 129. 83 forces of evil remain. And looks like the polearms are trying to turn around. They are starting to lose because they're having to change formation, try and turn around and face a new threat. Your swords break here, the Mordor Orc Warriors go, and that is probably going to, I would have thought, surely rout these guys. 120 against 65, well, and dropping quickly. And there you go, there goes the general, and yeah, it must have been like 120, less than 120 Gondorians and elves left. What a fight. Honestly, I think Mordor, if he uses his cavalry a little bit better, wins that fight, I think. I think if they held onto the cav, like I said, the battle as it kind of went on, evolved and sort of like opened up, didn't become just solid infantry lines. There was gaps and spaces open, which, you know, wargs and cavalry could have excelled. And I think they did a really good job of nullifying the forces of good cavalry. But yeah, I feel like the evil cav, so just kind of picking on them because they lost, but I feel like they could have maybe used the cav slightly better. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the kills here. So this is sent in, I can't remember who this was sent in by. It's sent in by Cyrus. I don't think he's any of the players here. I think he just got it from someone else. I could be wrong. But anyway, we've got it from the Gondor perspective. Guard Imperial, who was, yeah, you're playing as Gondor. Got 182 kills here with the Knights of the Silver Swan. 166 kills here with the Gondor Sword Infantry. 144, 133 kills. So yeah, good kills for the swords there. Warriors of Losnark actually doing okay, 131 kills. But they were outscored by Gondor's Spears, getting 134 kills, 108 kills. Archers, 167 kills. And one of the Cav did get 108 kills. The Sergeant said, not doing too bad. Then we have Louis Nicholas Davou, I think is going to be, I think. I could be wrong. Anyway, he's playing with Lothlorien. His general getting 240 kills here with the Heroes of Amon Lanka. Very nice. 146 kills, 135, 184 kills, 224 kills with the Gladrim Sword Warriors. Very, very good. Heroes of Amon Lanka, 243 kills. Got to remember as well that the unit sizes are smaller. So that, like, this Twilight Guard, for instance, got 384 kills is impressive. As is this Lord Outrider getting 210 kills right at the beginning of that match. Really, really impressive charge there. Doing a lot of damage to spears as well, of all things. Vietnamese Tiger playing as one of the Mordor armies, getting 58 kills with his guards to the teeth. I mean, he's not going to have huge kills because he's fighting the elves. I think the only triple figure kill is his Servants of the Eye here, 134 kills. The other one got 61. Wargs did okay, 77 kills, and Archers 71. And then his like highest kill, I think, is there's Uruk Throng with 83 kills. We have Big Dickler playing as the other Mordor army, getting 290 kills here with his Guards of the Teeth General. Very, very good. 111 kills here with the Mordor Orc Warriors. His Uruk Throng, 107, 113. And then he's got his bodyguards getting 166 kills. The Uruk Archers, 123 kills, 120. Servants of the Eye, 106. And then his Morgul Legion getting 103 kills as well. So well done to everyone that took part in this one. A super, super close battle at the Dead Marshes. And I guess the forces of good will limp on to the Mount Doom and sort of, you know, after defeating Sauron here at the Dead Marshes. A bit like the Battle of the Dead Marshes. Pretty much no one survived. I'm pretty sure, like, in the lore, it's massive losses for both sides in this one. So yeah, insane battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you want to see some more Dawnless Days and Lord of the Rings action on the channel, then do check out some of the videos appearing on your screen now. And I'll see you folks in the next one.